It's a big day in Ghana as they go to the polls today, Monday. The country's electoral commission has called for peace during and after the general election. More than 17 million Ghanaians are eligible to vote in the elections, where 11 candidates are in the race to unseat President Nana Akufo-Addo, who is running for the second term. Ghana is considered as one of the most democratic countries in West Africa. Previous elections had been marred by clashes instigated by vigilantes hired by politicians. But a law passed last year banned vigilantism, making it punishable by a 10-year minimum jail term. Joining me now to discuss the elections holding in Ghana today is journalist and blogger Amiao Deborah for more on this. Good to have you join me, Deborah.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So, what's the atmosphere like at the moment in Ghana?
At the moment, it's very calm. A lot of people queued up as early as midnight, surprisingly, to start the election that is starting today at 7. And from reports I've received from family members and friends who have voted, it's very, very calm. Some people were a little bit disappointed when they turned up at 7 and registration had not started. But altogether, very, very calm. Yesterday, Saturday was the last day for campaigning. Sunday was all very relaxed. And so that relaxation has sort of continued through to the morning, where people are actually now in the queues voting.
You know, this will be one special election, because it is happening during the time the world is battling a pandemic. How do you see electorates go out to cast their ballot today?
Very good. Most of them are following the protocol around the COVID, and the education by the Electoral Commission and the civic bodies have been that everybody should follow these procedures. If you come without a mask, you're not voting, and people are so far respecting that. It's interesting because also within this COVID era, we also now did new registrations, and over 17 million people turned up to register and follow the process. So they sort of have some sort of understanding of how it works. And I think the education around it has been good. And all the images I'm seeing, people are well behaved, wearing masks, and also social distance. The centers are well spaced for people who are in the queue as well. So yes, people are doing it according to the protocol.
You know, the one thing about this election is the main opposition, who was former president of Ghana. How is it looking like leading up to this big day, campaign-wise?
Campaign-wise, they have something called the Big Push agenda, and they didn't rest at all. They were campaigning. They had more time to campaign because they confirmed him as the running as the candidates much earlier, and so he hit the ground running, went into the villages, campaigning almost immediately. So he's been working, and there's a lot of aggression in what he's campaigning on now, because in the past he has been seen to be the calm communicator, but this time you can see the aggression in his eyes, and when sometimes he even gets upset while campaigning and screams and all of that. So it's become very real. And like you said, it's very interesting for him. He was vice president, president died, he became president, went to polls, won, and then the next time he lost and he's back contesting. So the dynamics are very interesting, but it's not a clear-cut call for either of them. It's all analysts are saying it's going to be quite competitive because it's been an interesting year and people are looking at different things to vote on. So we are really, really not just looking forward to the voting, but also how the results turn out.
So in other words, it's going to be a tight one. It could go either way, knowing full well that the major challenger is not a newbie in the political fray of Ghana. Did you think that well, today's election will go, you know, in a very more peaceful manner, knowing full well that there is a law that has banned vigilantism in Ghana, which before now was the tradition in its political history?
Yes, the vigilantism sort of peaked in the last election. It hasn't always been that intense. It peaked in the last election, and then even heightened during one of the by-elections that we held for parliamentary elections. And it's a good thing that all the parties involved have decided that they're not going to support it, and the ban is in existence. So this is going to be like a test of that. We're going to see how true this ban holds and how true the political parties have understood that they need to control the SSS when it comes to their support, especially around vigilantism.
Amiel Deborah, many thanks for speaking with me on this. We'll get back to you in the course of the election.
Thank you very much.